Now I know you've seen so many different versions of this deck already, but I'm going to show you an optimal version. 10-0 version of this deck based off of a $1,000 tournament. The best way to play the new structured deck, Gaia. Let's go.
I'm counting on you.
You counting?
Activate. I'm counting on you. I special summon.
Just win with Dkayed. Forehead. I mean Treacherous. Same card. Both cards should be banned. Kick W.
There can only be one winner, and you're looking at it. Let's go.
Now, very quickly, why not 11-0? Why not higher than 10-0? All right, I got tired, I got distracted, I accidentally threw my field spell in the trash when this instantly wins duels. It was a misclick, not a misplay. Let's not talk about it. Let's talk about the deck. We recently had a $1,000 tournament. These were all the top decks of that tournament that topped with Gaia the first week it came out. And we basically just took the best of all of their decks. We took the ratios. I normally don't play more than 20, but because a lot of them were playing 20, 22, 23, we took all of their decks, put them together to make an optimal Gaia deck. It even won the entire event. Now let's talk about the deck. A big question you have is, what do I replace this, and that with? I will answer. First of all, it's a 22-card deck. So if you're missing something, boom, boom, now you're 20-card deck. You're still missing something? Well, instead of the Treacherouses, you could play a card like Grucius played. Concentrating Current is a good option to play in this deck. It is nuts when comboed up with a field spell. That works out. Dkayed, Enemy Controller. Those are good replacements for Treacherous. Next up is why Book of Moon? Well, not only does Book of Moon reset your boss monster, it's also good for dealing with your opponent, negating their Gaia. It's just an amazing card. I know, you know, but how do you replace it? Chalice is a great replacement. Chalice kind of pretty much does the same thing that Book of Moon does, just not as good. Book of Moon is better. So I kind of view the Chalice as a fourth Book of Moon, but in your case, just get more Chalices. 1 to 2 MST is great. Replace it with whatever you have, mate. And the extra deck exceeds. I didn't even touch these. I'm sure you maybe will in a duel, but out of all the duels we played, I didn't even think about it. And then another card you might be missing is the Dragon's Mirror. This card is really good sometimes. You could just play without it. It does help you lethal. It's a really good top deck. Now that we got all of the replacements out of the way, let's talk about the deck. I'm just going to reiterate here. This is an optimal Gaia build. I normally do not showcase Book of Moon in my decks, but to be honest and unbiased, that's why I'm showing Book of Moon. Please don't get upset about this. I'm sorry that it is optimal. You will still do fine without it. I promise you, you don't need it. It is optimal, but it's not a core card to the deck. The deck still exists, and it does very well without the existence of Book of Moon. Now, if you don't know what's going on with this deck, the skill is what makes the deck. The skill allows you to return any card from your hand back in the deck to play a Galloping Gaia from your deck, which means you could get away with playing 1. Some are playing 2 because it might get Cosmic Cyclone or MST'd as that becomes more popular. What does this do? It turns off all hand traps, all back row, all monster effects when you are in the battle phase. No Sphere, no Kiteroid, no Veil, everything that annoys you in Duel Links. This is the anti-annoyance field spell if you have any of your fusions on the field. More importantly, it allows you to reveal a Gaia to grab a dragon, or reveal a dragon to grab a Gaia. The core combo of this deck is to normal summon a Magical Knight without tributing. It then activates to special summon a Dragonfire from the hand or the graveyard. Then the Dragonfire can destroy your opponent's field spell. It can also destroy yours, so say no if it's your only field spell on the field. Then you activate the Dragonfire to fusion summon into your Gaia Magical Knight of Dragons, or you're going to summon the Dragon Champion. That means to summon any of your fusions, you only need 1 Gateway to Chaos, or 1 Gaia the Magical Knight, or 1 Dragonfire in your hand to do it, because the other card in your hand, you're going to return it back for the Galloping Gaia. Then you're going to reveal the card you have in your hand to then search the missing piece, which will be the Magical Knight or the Dragonfire. As the Chaos, also the field spell searches for the Magical Knight, and then you have your fusion. So this is an incredibly consistent deck. Gaia the Magical Knight, if it destroys a monster by battle, it will permanently gain 2600 attack. So with the help of the Galloping Gaia negating everything in the battle phase, this will easily boost up to 5200, then 7800. Now within the main phase of either player's turn, your turn or your opponent's turn, it is a quick effect. You could lose 2600 permanently off of its attack to destroy anything. Now this has to fully resolve to destroy. So if you activate to destroy a card, if they chain Lance to reduce your attack, if they chain Book of Moon, if they chain anything that messes with your attack, it will not destroy. What's great about Chalice is after your attack is reduced to 0, you could Chalice your monster, negating its effect. It now becomes 3000 attack from 0, and then at the end of the turn, once the Chalice falls off and you're no longer negated, your 3000 attack returns you back to 2600. A lot of Yu-Gi-Oh simulators are showing it going back to 0. I don't know who's wrong. Konami's wrong. Maybe the simulators are wrong. You tell me who's wrong. Is Konami incorrectly implementing the wrong ruling with Chalice versus Gaia? Now, beyond the Gaia itself also being reusable, Book of Moon, flip it down, flip it back up. Its attack is back to normal. We have other support cards like the Soldier Gaia, the Fierce Knight. If I was guaranteed to get the fusion out, if my opponent was not able to disrupt the summon of my fusion, I'd play 3 of this. The only reason I'm not playing 3 of this is because the duels you lose will probably be the ones where your fusion gets disrupted. You're not even able to get it out. What this does is you could quick play during either player's turn, battle phase, end phase, even if your monster's face down. It could tribute your fusion to special summon. And then when it special summons, it could target a monster, change the battle position to defense. And then on your turn, you could tribute it to search for a Magical Knight. Then the Magical Knight can summon another fusion. Now we have Dark Flare Dragon. This card is really good, not for its effects, but because you could summon it by banishing a light and dark. You banish the light Magical Knight, and then any monster that's dark, that could be the Dragonfire or your Fierce Knight. Also, because it's a level 5 or higher dragon, you can reveal it with the Galloping Gaia field spell to search for a Gaia. Also, if it's in the graveyard or on the field, you could use the Dragon's Mirror, which uses your graveyard or field to fusion summon a great follow-up. It's mainly just for lethal, because this deck is not very good with lethaling unless you have an open field attacking with the Gaia Magical Knight of Dragons, then tribute with this, then attack directly for game. Rarely will that be the case. Even better, you could summon this, pop a card in the field, tribute summon this, then summon the Dark Flare Dragon, then you have 5,000 damage lethal. Another fun tech, which I'm not going to say is a core card, is the Gaia Fierce Knight Origin. A cool combo with this is if you have the Origin, Magical Knight, and the Dragonfire, what you're going to do is activate its effect to tribute the Dragonfire from the hand to special summon the Origin. Then you're going to use it as 2 tributes because that's its effect to tribute summon for the Gaia Magical Knight. Magical Knight, summon the Dragonfire, make your fusion. Then when your fusion destroys a card in the field and is reduced to 0, the Origin in the battle phase, your opponent's not going to read this. That's why this is hilarious. You'll be able to quick play banish this to then, from the graveyard, to boost your monster back to 2600. So while they think your monster's at 0, they think you misplayed by leaving it in attack position at 0, they attack in, you banish, you boost, you're 26. Then by destroying them by battle, you're going to become 5200 attack. Now, why the Spiral Spear Strike? It works with the other Gaia, the Sky Galloping Gaia, the Dragon Champion. If this battles a monster, you could change the battle position of the monster without targeting. That's great. But on summon, it searches for the Spiral Spear Strike. The Spiral Spear Strike, what this card does is it's going to make it so your Gaias can inflict piercing damage, and when you inflict piercing damage, you get to draw 2, discard 1. So many times you could go for lethal with just summoning this, search for the Spiral Spear Strike, then you get to pierce with the Gaia, and this Gaia also draw a bunch of cards. A lot of people struggle with decks understanding what's core and what's attack. I'm just letting you know that this is the core of the deck. all the other cards. It helps optimize the deck, making it optimal, but it is not needed to play the deck incredibly well. You will do insanely well if your deck at least, at minimum, looks like this. So don't worry about the tech cards you're missing. This is just an optimal Gaia video. I'm sure it will be further optimized and changed as people are going to want to change their deck to win the mirror match. Other decks are going to change around how this deck is optimized. And then it's going to have to further optimize into something new. And then I get a free new video. Nice. Enjoy it. Optimal Gaia. It is top tier. It is here. Have at it, fools. There's no way to really know. I think the true test is going to be when Master Duel comes out, Master Duel Online, and how popular that's going to be. It could be a flop. It could be a big fat flop, or it could be a great big success. We'll see. That's the only real way. It's hard to compare the success of a mobile online PC game to real life cards. Let's get fusion summoning. We are optimal. Toggle on. Set the book. All right, check. We checking. Check, check, check. Oh, you saw that. He's got a quick play. He's got a quick play. That could be a book. That could be an MST. That could be a Cosmic. It could be an Econ. You see that? If you missed it, check again. Ready? Look at the hourglass. You saw it. You saw it. You saw it.
I'm counting on you. I summon a monster.
What the heck is that? What does that do? If this is summon, you could inflict 500 damage? Okay. No, Skybridge is not activatable with no Satellar Knight in the field. It does not mean that he does not have Skybridge, but the delay was not from Skybridge. You what, mate?
Now's my chance. My monster's effect activates.
Pop. It was Cosmic. Got him. His back row, check out the back row, see if it's activatable. It is activatable. I feel like I want to activate the Galloping Gaia first.
My field spell activates.
Reveal the Gaia. Reveal. This deck feels so good. Oh, this feels too good. This feels too good. I'm about to book a moon my own monster. It's happening. It's happening. Book of Moon.
I activate a quick play spell.
Flip it. Pop it.
Monster's effect activates.
It's not alpha, mate. Come on.
Okay.
Fiendish Chain.
Face down card.
What?
My monster's effect activates.
Tribute. This deck is actually absurd.
Now is the time.
I cannot believe how insane this deck is.
Activates.
Gaia, the magical fool.
Here I go. I summon a monster.
Here we go.
My monster's effect activates. Now is the time. I special
Do you see these plays?
activates.
Do you see what I see? Come forth.
I fusion summon a monster.
Dragon's Mirror. Can we Dark Flare and Dragon's Mirror? I think we could do both. We could do both. Why not? Why not do both? Do both.
All right.
Dark Flare
Special summon a monster.
and Dragon's Mirror?
I activate a spell.
What is going on? Grave? Grave. Oh my Jesus.
Now is the time.
What is going
Summon
on?
a monster. My monster's effect activates.
He can't activate any cards in his hand. This is just gross.
I activate
I can't even.
continuous spell. Let's
Put him in D so we could draw 2, discard 1.
activate.
Connect W. Pierce.
Spell.
Oh my, treacherous. Get out of here. Gaia the Magical Knight. He cannot activate Sphere. He cannot activate Kiteroid. He cannot activate any hand traps. This deck is gross, and I love it.
I'm sorry.
The free-to-play version's good.
Despite the support of
good.
my friends.
The free-to-play version's coggable, I'd say. Nice. MST for the back row mates. This is the way. We do want to play around Book of Moon, right? Play around Book? You ain't booking me. Grab. Yes, yes, yes. Activates. Come forward. Come forth. We do want double. I think so. Double the trouble to play around the Book of the Moon. Book of the Moon. It does hurt our follow-up a bit. But if we want to play around Book, I think this is the way. I think that this is the way. Toggle on, check for quick plays. What you got? He's got quick plays. He's got a book. He's got a book. Probably a book. Probably a book. Why Gaia, no Stardust in the meta? I talked to G about this. If Stardust was actually good and Gaia wasn't, then Gaia would get no sales. That's it. Why would anyone buy Gaia? But if Stardust is not good and Gaia is good, you buy both decks. You do. You're going to buy the Stardust deck even if it's not good. And you're also going to buy the Gaia deck because it's good. If you flip it, then you're not going to buy the Gaia deck. Resonator, cool. This is annoying. This is not good for us. This is not good. We are in trouble. We are in big trouble. Reveal Crimson. He also added a Resonator. So we know his hand. Unless he returned the red Resonator. I think we have to YOLO pop the Wild Wind. We got to. We got to. I can't let this Resonant Destruction destroy us. Pop. Oh, we good. Gateway to Chaos. We just very simply go in. The other one we don't have because we banished. So we're boosted. We keep the Galloping Gaia. We set the MST. We go in. Boost it. All right, perfect.
My turn. I draw. Wandering King Wildwinds.
Alt-Wind Search. Fine. Fine. Red Resonator. You have 2 red Resonators? What's going on? What the hell is going on?
I activate my monster's effect.
Crimson.
What's this? I special summon a monster.
Yeah.
Come, Wandering King Wildwind.
I feel like I want to just pop again. Otherwise, what are we waiting for? We're waiting for him to Red Rising, and then I guess we pop the Tuner. Are we waiting for the level 8? We're going to let him gain life points and then pop. Is that what you want? Sure.
My crimson dragon shine, fly, the continuous spell, resonant.
Just don't see a good reason why not to pop early, because he's going to have 2
Red rising dragon.
of the tuners anyway. MST. Negate.
I activate a quick play spell.
I guess it's better to just pop here. Yeah, you know, it does use up a red rising. Wipe it. Get wiped. Holy Book of Moon, flip down, flip up, pop, pop, pop. That's what I'm talking about. Nice. Void one. Oh, shoot. Oh, shoot. Do you think if we get more and more deck searches, more decks will go to 30 cards or nah? I think it does make the game more fluent in how you could build your deck because of the deck searching, which is good. It's good. What I don't love is how unfair it is for other decks to not have these types of skills. So Konami just needs to really pump them out. Pump them out. Pump it up. More, more, more. Would Hermos and some of its fusions work well in this deck? Hermos? What the heck's a Hermos? What? Hermos? This? What's a Hermos? The legendary knight Hermos? You what, mate? I'm not reading that.
I set a card. I activate my monster's effect.
All right.
I'll do this. I fusion summon a monster.
Oh, you did it. You did it. We're going to pop that field spell.
I end my turn. It's my turn.
Let's see if the back row's activatable.
I draw a card.
Activatable back row. Now, Dkayed, is that the delay of the champion? No, it is not. It is not.
Here I go.
What do you think that back row is? We know it's not treacherous, which is very good to know. Could be MST.
I feel special.
Please don't be. Moon first? I'm gonna moon you. Come to me, Gaia. Yes. Gaia.
Here I go.
Activate.
My monster's effect activates. Now.
Now!
Activate my monster's effect.
Wow, you couldn't wait. Couldn't wait, mate. Now I'm gonna moon ya.
I activate.
Get mooned. We Q? Yes, we are.
Here I go.
Wait, that works? Yes, it does.
Monster's effect activates.
Pop it. You got book of your own? You too have book? You would have booked my Curse of Dragonfire if you had it, right? You would have.
Activates.
You would have. Right? Would you have done so?
Now's the time.
Now's the time.
Fusion summon a monster.
We know we don't have to fear treacherous. So what is it? What is it? I'm not gonna pop it. I'm just gonna make another. One of them will go through. I don't think we want to get the draw two, yeah? We're just gonna have double the trouble. Double the trouble.
Here I go.
Treacherous incoming.
Summon a monster.
I read the back row, mate.
Card face down.
Let's go.
The quick play.
Ah!
Mystical.
MST! How could this be? Well, let's go in again. Again.
Playtime is over.
Boom. Boost.
Monster's effect activates.
Boom.
My monster is
Let's go.
my turn. I draw.
When you read the back row, you could go all in onto a treacherous that doesn't exist because you know 100% it's not treacherous, even with the toggle off. It's called legal cheating. Learn it with me. Let's go. Nice.